Hey there, and welcome back to the channel. If you're someone who loves munching on a handful of almonds while watching TV, tossing walnuts into your morning oatmeal, or carrying a snack-sized pack of cashews in your purse or backpack, you probably think you're making a smart, healthy choice, and in most cases, you are. But here's a surprising twist if you're not paying attention to how your nuts are processed, stored, or how long they've been sitting around. You might be doing more harm than good to your health. I'm Jack, a certified nutrition coach based in sunny California. Today, I'm going to reveal the biggest hidden dangers of nuts that almost no one talks about, especially when it comes to oil-rich varieties like peanuts, cashews, almonds, walnuts, and macadamias. These dangers aren't just minor risks, they can actually contribute to inflammation, oxidative stress, and even long-term organ damage. In this video, we're diving into how the healthy fats in nuts can turn toxic without you realizing it, scary truth about mold contamination and liver-damaging toxins, simple steps to keep your snacks safe and your body healthy. So go ahead and grab your favorite snack as long as it's still fresh. And let's get started. Part 1. The good side of nuts. Why we love them. Before we jump into the potential dangers, let's give credit where credit is due. Nuts are undeniably one of nature's healthiest snacks when they're fresh, unspoiled, and properly handled. In fact, countless studies have shown that regular nut consumption is associated with a reduced risk of heart disease, a better cognitive function and memory retention, improved weight management, and reduced belly fat, lower inflammation throughout the body, longer, healthier life. Own landmark study from the Harvard School of Public Health found that people who eat about 1 ounce of nuts per day, roughly a small handful, had up to a 29% lower risk of dying from heart disease. That's a huge benefit from such a small addition to your diet. But there's a catch. These health benefits are only available when the nuts are fresh, uncontaminated, and stored correctly. When things go wrong in handling or storage, those heart-healthy fats and natural nutrients can become harmful. Part 2. The first hidden danger. Oxidized fats. Now let's talk about one of the biggest unseen threats. Oxidized fats. Most nuts are packed with unsaturated fats, the good fats your body needs. These include monounsaturated fats, like those found in almonds, and macadamia fats, including omega-6 and omega-3 south in walnuts and peanuts. These fats help lower LDL bad cholesterol, support brain function and mood stability, improve blood vessel function, provide essential fatty acids your body can't make on its own. But there's a major downside. These fats are extremely delicate. They can go bad fast when exposed to high heat, like in roasting or hot storage areas. Light, especially UV light from sunlight or bright store lighting, or more specifically, oxygen. This chemical breakdown is called oxidation, and it turns beneficial fats into rancid, inflammatory compounds. How to spot oxidized nuts? They have a strong, bitter, or sharp oily smell. They appear discolored, especially darker or uneven in tenethy. Leave a slick, greasy residue on your fingers that smells off. Why this matters? Eating oxidized fats on a regular basis has been linked to increased levels of inflammation throughout the body, cellular damage due to free radicals, damage to your blood vessel lining, endothelium, higher risk of developing atherosclerosis, plaque buildup, potential links to heart disease, Alzheimer's, and even cancer. It's ironic, isn't it? The snack you're eating to protect your heart might actually be harming it if those nuts have gone rancid. Part 3. Storage mistakes that ruin your nuts. So, what are you doing wrong with your nuts at home? Probably more than you realize. Most people bring home a bag of nuts, open it, eat a few, then toss the rest in a pantry or kitchen drawer, often forgetting about them until weeks or months later. Sound familiar? The problem is, without proper storage, those healthy nuts quickly start to degrade. Here's how to protect your snack stash. Smart storage tips. Store nuts in airtight containers. To reduce oxygen exposure, keep them in a cool, dark place like a cupboard or cabinet. If you won't finish them within 2 to 3 weeks, store them in the refrigerator for longer-term storage. Freeze your nuts in sealed bags or containers. They'll last up to 12 months in the freezer. Buy smaller quantities if you're not a frequent nut consumer. Pro tip: avoid buying nuts in bulk bins. or clear plastic containers that sit under store lighting. That constant light exposure causes oxidation even before the nuts reach your home. Also, always check the best by or expiration date, especially on open bags. Just because a nut looks okay doesn't mean it hasn't gone rancid. Part 4. The second hidden danger, mold and aflatoxin salad. Buckle in because this one's even scarier than rancid fat. Mold contamination and aflatoxins. Certain nuts, especially peanuts, cashews, walnuts, and pistachios, are prone to developing mold if not stored properly. The mold of concern here is Aspergillus flavus, which can grow in warm, humid environments like in shipping containers, warehouses, or even your kitchen. Here's the kicker: this mold produces aflatoxins, which are toxic compounds that have been classified as carcinogenic by the World Health Organization. Aflatoxins can cause inflammation and damage to the liverase liver enzyme levels. A sign of liver stress increase the long-term risk of liver cancer. Suppress your immune system. And yes, aflatoxins are heat resistant. That means roasting, boiling, or baking the nuts does not get rid of them. Real-life case study. Sarah from Texas. Let me share a story from one of my clients. Sarah, a 55-year-old health enthusiast from Houston, loved making homemade peanut butter. She bought large quantities of raw peanuts from a discount warehouse, roasted them herself, and made her own natural spread. At first glance, this sounds like a health win, but during a routine checkup, her doctor found elevated liver enzymes, which is often a red flag. After eliminating alcohol and medications as causes, we dug deeper. Turns out, her bulk peanuts were likely stored in warm conditions that allowed mold to grow. Despite roasting them, the aflatoxins remained. Once Sarah switched to certified aflatoxin-tested peanuts and followed strict storage guidelines, her liver enzyme levels dropped back to normal within a few months. Part 5. How to stay safe. Practical tips to protect yourself. Thankfully, avoiding these dangers is absolutely doable with a few key habits. Here are my go-to safety tips for all nut lovers. Inspect before you snack. Look for visible mold. White, green, or fuzzy spots are a bad signal. The nuts, if they have a musty, sour, or bitter odor, toss them. Buy from reputable brands. Choose organic or certified aflatoxin-tested nuts. Avoid loose nuts sold in open-air bins. Especially at outdoor markets, be careful with nut oils. Nut oils, especially peanut oil, can carry aflatoxins if made from moldy nuts. Buy oils from trusted companies that screen for toxins and use cold-pressed methods. Rotate your inventory. Don't stockpile nuts for months. Is the first in, first out rule. Finish older batches before opening new ones. Use your senses. Fresh nuts smell clean, slightly sweet, and nutty. Trust your nose more than the expiration date. Part 6. Quick recap. What you need to remember. Let's sum it up with the key takeaways. Oxidized fats, exposure to heat, air, and light can turn healthy fats rancid, leading to inflammation and health problems. Mold and aflatoxins. Improperly stored nuts can develop mold that produces aflatoxins, which are harmful to your liver and overall health. But here's the good news. With smart shopping, proper storage, and regular inspections, nuts can remain one of the healthiest, most nutrient-dense, and satisfying snacks you can enjoy. Final thoughts. The goal isn't to avoid nuts, it's to respect how fragile they are. When you treat them well, they treat your body well in return. If you learned something valuable today, hit that like button and subscribe for more science-based health tips every week. And drop a comment below. What's your favorite type of nut and how do you store it? Stay sharp, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.